My name is Laura Fuentes, and I'm a mom to 3 kids. I turned my experience of packing daily school lunches into a business. Today, I help busy moms create healthy, affordable meal plans with MOMables. Growing up in Spain, I spent a lot of time in the kitchen, just learning and observing the cooking process. When I first came to the States with my mom, she worked 1, sometimes 2 jobs to provide a better life for us. And I also learned from her how to budget. Shortly after my MBA program is where I met my husband. One of the reasons I feel that my husband and I have succeeded through these very difficult financial times is because we always knew what is the minimum amount of money that we have to bring in every month to cover our expenses. It was in 2006 when my daughter was born. I quit my corporate job to experience motherhood, and I did that for the first 5 years. So we went from 2 incomes to 1. My first 2 kids were born about 15 months apart. I experienced personally how difficult it was to have 2 toddlers at home, still make homemade meals, semi from scratch. At the same time, my children were entering preschool, and I was like, now what do I pack every day? I wanted to give them a variety of foods without going to the store and buying something processed. So one day my daughter came back and she was like, Mom, my lunches don't look anything like the kids eat. I started to send her to school with different lunchboxes with different foods in it, and she called it a MOMable. She's like, Mom, I loved my MOMable today. And I knew that I finally got it, where I made something that looked like what everyone else was eating, but with healthier ingredients. And I thought there must be other parents out there who are also struggling to send food to school every day. I remember telling my husband, I am going to cash out my retirement to invest in this thing that I want to grow. But what I was really saying is, I'm going to invest in myself. I built MOMables very slowly between 2007 and 2011. At the time, we were still in a single income household. I brought in extra income in different ways in order to afford to design a website. A lot of people think that all moms grow a business from home between naps. And that's not the case. It really broke down to not just financial management, but also time management. When I really was ramping up MOMables, I had Gabriel, so I hired a house cleaner because those 5 hours of time were better spent growing a business. It began with growing an email community. I had over 50,000 people on my email list, which then translated paid members for our digital products. When I hit 6 figures through our paid membership, I just remember that validated my concept to my husband. And I said to him, I'm like, you see, this is going to work. In 2018, we bought a house. We are fully debt-free. We have a paid-off mortgage. And from 1 parent, we've grown to over 2 million parents in the last 8 years. Now, 5 cookbooks later, I'm like, oh my gosh, people really enjoy having a little bit of my insights in their kitchen. My husband was able to quit his corporate job after working there for 15 years. I used to travel a lot by myself for work. My husband and I chose to homeschool our 3 kids for about 4 years to travel. My business, it has grown because I've involved my family in the process. I've been able to merge those two and create the lifestyle that we want to live every day. My biggest advice to moms that are struggling to make healthier meals for their family is the idea of cooking from scratch is the cheapest way is actually not right. Planning your meal so you buy less is how you really take a hold of your finances, of your time in the kitchen, and start with the best ingredients that you can afford, and then build a meal around that. I definitely feel like being a mom has helped me become a better entrepreneur. My kids have seen me be home and work from home to dad quit his job. I hope that this has really taught them to work hard and to really be flexible. You really don't know what life is going to throw your way and how your life is going to change. But to be adaptable is a quality that's really developed through experience. And so to me, that is the biggest gift that I can give them.